Hello students, welcome in HPGK Hub. I'm here with your special mock test series for your HPSSC staff nurse exam. For any query, doubts or crash course, you can consult our professionals on following WhatsApp number 827872375. Students, do something wonderful. People will imitate it. So let's begin. First question of today is, which of the following is a standard method for assessing breast disease? इनमें से कौन सा ब्रेस्ट डिजीज को असेस करने का स्टैंडर्ड मेथड है? फर्स्ट, न्यूक्लियर मैग्नेटिक रेजोनेंस एनएमआर, थर्मोग्राफी, मैमोग्राफी और सोनोग्राफी. Students, take your 5 seconds and check your preparations. Here the right answer is option number C, mammography. Mammography is a X-ray examination, a specific type of breast imaging that uses low dose X-ray to detect cancer early. Other options की बात करें, nuclear magnetic resonance is used for anatomy and physiological process of human body. Thermography is a thermal imaging and thermal video. It's an example of infrared imaging science. And sonography is a diagnostic medical procedure which is used for visual images of organs, tissues or blood flow inside body. Clear? So your right answer is option number C, mammography. Next is, all of the following are included in diabetic teaching plan except, इनमें से सभी diabetic teaching plan में include किए जाते हैं except keep legs elevated on 2 pillows while sleeping, inspect feet and legs daily for any changes, change position frequently to increase circulation, keep the unused insulin in the refrigerator. Yes, here the right answer is option number A, keep legs elevated on 2 pillows while sleeping is not included in diabetic teaching. While all other inspect feet and legs regularly, change position frequently to increase circulation and keep the unused insulin in the refrigerator are the teachings of diabetic. Next is, which of the following set represents all vestigial structures in the human body? इनमें से कौन सा सेट सभी vestigial structures को represent करता है human body में? Vermiform appendix, body hair and cochlear, coccyx, vermiform appendix and muscle ear of pinna, body hair, muscle of ear pinna and atlas vertebrae, wisdom teeth, coccyx and patella. Yes, students? Vestigial structures are the organs that have no apparent functions. These are also known as rudimentary organs, जिनका हमारे ancestors के टाइम में कोई फंक्शन रहता था, लेकिन धीरे धीरे जैसे अब उनका कोई फंक्शन नहीं रह गया है. That are vestigial organs or rudimentary organs. So here right answer is option number V, coccyx, vermiform appendix, muscles of ear pinna are vestigial structure in human body. Next is, identify the correct statement regarding Milley therapy. Milley therapy के regarding कौन सी correct statement रहती हैं? The client owns his or her own environment, manipulate the environment to bring about positive changes in behavior, each client owns his or her own behavior, all of the above. Yes. What will be the right answer? Milley therapy की बात करें, these are a form of psychotherapy that involves the use of therapeutic communities made by hospital to improve the patient health. So your right answer is option number B, manipulate the environment to bring about positive changes in behavior. Next is, which is the most appropriate time of IUD insertion? IUD insertion का most appropriate time कौन सा रहता है? IUD intrauterine device. A, about the midst of the cycle, just before menstruation, during or within 10 days of menstruation, at any time of menstruation. Yes, the right answer is option number C, during the Option number C, during or within 10 days of menstruation. IOD क्या रहता है? It's a device or coil, a small, often T-shaped birth control device that is inserted into the uterus to prevent pregnancy. ये एक तरह से वन ऑफ फॉर्म ऑफ लॉन्ग एक्टिंग रिवर्सिबल बर्थ कंट्रोल डिवाइस रहती है. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट इज द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक प्ले प्रेजेंट अमंग टोडलर्स. इनमें से कौन सा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक प्ले टोडलर्स में देखा जाता है? पैरेलल प्ले, ऑनलुकर प्ले, एसोसिएटिव प्ले, कोऑपरेटिव प्ले. The right answer is option number A. Parallel play is seen in among toddlers. अगर अदर क्वेश्चन की बात करें, onlooker play in infants, associative play in preschool child, and cooperative play is seen in school-going childs. So your right answer is parallel play present among toddlers. Next is, which of the following is an intervention for a patient with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease? इनमें से कौन सा क्रोनिक ऑब्स्ट्रक्टिव पल्मोनरी डिजीज के पेशेंट में इंटरवेंशन रहता है? पर्सड लिप ब्रीथिंग, क्रोनिक स्टेरॉइड थेरेपी, हाई फ्लो ऑक्सीजन, हाई कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइट. क्रोनिक ऑब्स्ट्रक्टिव पल्मोनरी डिजीज आर आल्सो नोन एज COPD. इनका मेन मोस्ट कॉमन रीजन क्या रहता है? एम्फिज्मा और क्रोनिक ब्रोंकाइटिस आर द मोस्ट कॉमन कंडीशन दैट मेक अप COPD. एक तरह से ग्रुप ऑफ लंग डिजीजेस रहता है दैट ब्लॉक एयर फ्लो, मेक इट डिफिकल्ट टू ब्रीथ. सो हियर राइट आंसर इज पर्सड lip breathing is an intervention for a patient with COPD. Next is, neonates born to women infected with hepatitis B should undergo which treatment? एक बच्चे के जन्म लेता है एक हेपेटाइटिस बी वुमेन से, तो उसको कौन सा ट्रीटमेंट दिया जाता है? हेपेटाइटिस बी वैक्सीन एट बर्थ एंड 1 month, hepatitis B immunoglobulin within 48 hours of birth and hepatitis B vaccine at 1 month, hepatitis B immunoglobulin within 12 hours of birth and hepatitis B vaccine at birth, hepatitis B immunoglobulin at birth, no hepatitis B vaccine. What will be the right answer? The right answer is option number C, hepatitis B immunoglobulin within 12 hours of birth and hepatitis B वैक्सीन एट बर्थ. इसके अलावा इसमें और भी रहता है एट बर्थ प्लस 1 month एंड 6 month. सो सी ऑप्शन इज अ राइट आंसर. नेक्स्ट इज, हार्डनेस ऑफ वाटर इज एक्सप्रेस्ड एज. हार्डनेस ऑफ वाटर को किस में एक्सप्रेस किया जाता है? मिलीग्राम इक्विवेलेंट पर लीटर, मिलीग्राम परसेंटेज, ओजोन पर लीटर, मिलीग्राम पर लीटर. यदि राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी, मिलीग्राम पर लीटर. मेनली हार्डनेस ऑफ वाटर जो रहती है वो कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम के कारण रहती है. तो कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम मिलीग्राम्स ऑफ कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट इक्विवेलेंट पर लीटर. सो ये राइट आंसर इज मिलीग्राम पर लीटर, डी ऑप्शन. In the following, which is the most opportunistic infection in AIDS? AIDS में कौन सा most opportunistic infection रहता है? Histoplasmosis, cryptococcosis, pneumocystis carinii or tuberculosis. Opportunistic infections, which the infections which take benefit of opportunity of weak immune system. So your right answer is option number D, tuberculosis. During AIDS, there is a decrease in number of CD4 cells, which decrease the immunity power and increase the chances of opportunistic infections such as tuberculosis. Next is, infusion of 1000 ml of normal salt over 12 hours require how many drops per minute when drop factor is 15 drops per minute? Yes. Infusion of 1000 ml of normal salt over 12 hours require how many drops per minute when drop factor is 15 drops per minute? 23 drops per minute, 21 drops per minute, 17 drops per minute, 15 drops per minute. The right answer is option number B, 21 ड्रॉप्स पर मिनट। फ्लो रेट अगर कैलकुलेट करना है तो उसके लिए फॉर्मूला रहता है 1000 डिवाइडेड बाई 720 इंटू ड्रॉप फैक्टर दैट इज 15. So it comes approx 20.83 that will be equal to 21 drops per minute. Flow rate 1000 divided by 720 into 15 drop factor. So you can calculate the number of drops. Next is the symptoms of GERD, that is gastroesophageal reflux diseases, can be subsided by to avoid eating 2 hours before going to sleep, lying down after eating, doing exercise after having meal, none of the above. Yes. Okay, the right answer is option number A, to avoid eating 2 hours before going to sleep. जर्ड के सिम्टम्स को आप कम सब्सिडाइड कर सकते हो बाई अवॉइडिंग ईटिंग 2 hours बिफोर गोइंग टू स्लीप. जर्ड क्या रहता है? देयर इज बैक फ्लो ऑफ गैस्ट्रिक एंड duodenal contents into esophagus. For avoiding this problem, patients should be advised not to eat anything 2 hours before going to bed. Clear? Next is pH of semen is, semen की pH कितनी रहती है? क्या रहती है? Acidic, basic, neutral or has no pH. pH of semen is alkaline, basic. The option is the right answer. Next is which vital sign change is the most likely indicator of hypertension. इनमें से कौन सा vital sign change hypertension का indicator रहता है? Irregular pulse, fluctuating systolic pressure, a narrow pulse pressure, diastolic pressure exceeding 90 mmHg. Here the right answer is option number D. Diastolic pressure exceeding 90 mmHg is a vital sign change, most likely indicator of hypertension. So it's a diastolic pressure, out of diastolic and systolic pressure, diastolic pressure is the more important than systolic. Next is commonest type of cirrhosis is, commonest type का cirrhosis कौन सा रहता है? Cardiac cirrhosis, alcoholic cirrhosis, post necrotic cirrhosis or biliary cirrhosis. Yes, the right answer is option number B. Alcoholic cirrhosis is the commonest type of cirrhosis. In liver cirrhosis, there is diffuse damage to liver cells. और इसमें alcoholism cirrhosis is the most commonest type. Next is skin turgor test is used to assess. Skin turgor test का use किस चीज़ को assess करने के लिए किया जाता है? For hydration status, level of pain, consciousness, infection. turgor वर्ड से आपको क्लियर हो रहा होगा, टर्जिडिटी को टेस्ट करना. सो टर्जिडिटी इज रिलेटेड टू हाइड्रेशन. सो स्किन टर्गर टेस्ट इज यूज टू असेस हाइड्रेशन स्टेटस ऑफ द स्किन. नेक्स्ट इज एंट्रोलिथियासिस इज अ डिसऑर्डर ऑफ. एंट्रोलिथियासिस किस चीज़ का डिसऑर्डर रहता है? कौन सा डिसऑर्डर रहता है? किस ऑर्गन का? सेरेब्रम, इंटेस्टाइन, गॉल ब्लैडर, ग्लोमेरुलस. द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी, intestine. Enterolithiasis is a presence of stones in the intestine. That is enterolithiasis. Next is an example of an objective data is, objective data का example कौन सा है? Itching, nausea, discoloration of skin or feeling of worry. Yes, the right answer is option number C. Discoloration of skin is an example of objective data. Next question is name the causative organism responsible for rheumatic fever. rheumatic fever के लिए responsible causative organism का नाम बताएं. मोनोकोकस, क्लैब्सियला, स्टेफाइलोकोकस और ग्रुप ए हेमोलिटिक स्ट्रेप्टोकोकस. The right answer is option number D. Group A hemolytic streptococcus is the causative organism responsible for rheumatic fever. rheumatic fever की बात करें, कैसी disease रहती है that can result from inadequately treated strep throat or scarlet fever. इसमें it's a inflammatory disorder, causes inflammation especially of the heart, blood vessels and joints. So this is all. There is a question for you guys. If glaucoma is left untreated, it leads to if glaucoma is left untreated, it leads to conjunctivitis, trachoma, retrolental fibroplasias, or blindness. So give an answer in comment box. That's all about today. Thank you. Have a nice day.